Wait, signore! Wait, you have forgotten to take your bag with you. You bought this bag, yes? No, you didn't buy this bag? Why not? It's a perfectly nice bag. Are you saying my bag is no good? You don't like my bag? Why don't you like my bag? My children, when I have them, they will need food, and my wife, when I find one, or other partner, I am not judgmental. When I have one of those, they will need food too. You would steal the food from my potential future people that I must support. At the moment, just myself, and of course I'm doing quite well considering, but this is a good bag. You should buy. Yeah. No? Okay, fine. Hey, do you need a guide? I could be a guide. I'm a good guide. I know where things are. Like, there's a bridge over there. See, nice bridge. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great GM. My name is Guy, and today we're looking at not another dice video. Yes! No, it actually is. It's another dice video. Let's be honest. We all love our dice. Why do we love dice? I've often found myself asking this question. You've got bags and bags and bags of dice, and you go, what is it? What is it about dice that captivate us so much? And I think it's because they're these little gems, sometimes not so little, but they're these little gems that control our destiny. These little metal or plastic or bone or stone or resin die, in each one holds the capacity to bring about our future dreams or to cause us death and oblivion on a single roll. So that's why die are so important. Now, when I go to conventions, it doesn't matter where in the world, anybody who's got a dice stand is going to have people wandering and browsing, going, can I find the next pearl of the universe that will control my character's destiny successfully? I even used to have a ritual where whenever I went to a convention, I would actually not take dice with me. I would buy them at the convention. That worked really, really, really well until I realized that maybe I have too many dice. I can't keep a straight face. There's no such thing as too many dice. Anyway, on this channel, you have been exposed to Hextech dice, which made those beautiful enamel and metal dice. We had a long relationship with Hextech. Then we had Q Workshop coming on with those sci-fi glow-in-the-dark dice. That was really cool. And the other day, we got approached by another dice company who said, would you do a show on dice? Now, our standard procedure, for those of you that don't know, is we get product from someone, we check it first. We look at it and we say, is it something that we would want to buy? If it is, then we'll do a review on it. If it isn't, we very politely tell the company, no thank you, we're not interested, we'll send you your product back. Usually they say no, in which case, well, it goes onto the pile of things that we just wouldn't support normally. Now, we're going to be talking about dice today. We're going to be talking about easy roller dice. We're going to talk about them at length today as we do some unboxing, we do some product examination. And then at the end of the video, because it's nearly that festive season where we exchange gifts, we're going to give away some codes that are going to allow you to get those gifts a little bit cheaper so that you can buy just a little bit more. Not only for Easy Roller Dice, but for some of our other wonderful sponsors of the channel. Over the year, they've been with us, and now it's time for them to give back to us, and so they're going to give us some discount codes, which some of you might have already got, some of you will be getting for the first time, so stay tuned for that. So, Easy Roller Dice, we said, okay, send us some product. Let's go and have a look. What does Easy Roller Dice do? This is their website, easyrollerdice.com. Very easy to remember, very easy to get hold of. This is their website. These are the dice that they offer. Metal dice, plastic dice, dice bags, dice trays, just cool stuff. Dice cups and those kinds of things. Now, I, for one, have never been a fan of dice trays or dice cups simply because why do you need them? You've got a table to play on, right? So they have got some really, really beautiful looking dice. We said, send us some samples that we can have a look. I have to say that when they sent us this message, they said, here are some samples for you. And they didn't just send some samples. They sent a lot of samples. They sent bags and bags of samples, to the point that I was like, there's so much stuff here. What are we going to do? How are we going to do all of this? And some of it's big. Some of it's so big it doesn't fit on the table. So we're going to go through that very quickly. Now, one of the things that we all like are dice bags. I like dice bags. I collect dice bags. I've made my own dice bags. I made a skull that fits with dice. Dice fit in it, I should say. So they've got some dice bags. Now, this is one of their dice bags. And I'll take it out of the plastic now. It is called the Raven Self-Standing Bag. Self-standing reversible die bag. So I'm going to have a look at that. Let's have a look. So it is nice, robust plastic bag. I collect the plastic bags too, I mean, let's be honest. Okay, so nice fabric. I really like the fabric. It's like a faux velveteen type of thing. And this Raven logo really well impressed upon the fabric. I don't think it's going to rub off anytime soon, so I quite like that. Beautiful purple interior, and it says it's reversible. So let's reverse it. There's the reverse Raven. I like that in a nice sort of black emboss. This purple, I really do like it. Now it says it's self-standing. You can see it's got this sort of funny flat bottom. So I'm going to put that down. Let's make some space here. Get out of the way, dice. We don't want... So does it stand on its own? Ta-da! Yes, it does. So you could put your dice in here quite nicely. And it'll definitely stand. Okay, good. So very nice bag. Nice quality. Nice and robust. Yeah. Kind of draws together quite easily. Probably about 300 dice in here. Something like that, I think. Could work out. Okay, so that's this one. It is definitely reversible. I think this is great quality bag. I like the fact that you can go dark or light. I do like that. I'm not sure which one I prefer. The black with grey or purple inside. I like the purple inner lining, I must admit. Doesn't fit on my head. And yes, I was one of those children who... could I put it on my head? No, do not put it on your head. But I like it on my head. No. Anyway, all right. So that's the reversible bag. Check. And I see they say it easily holds 250 dice. Okay. All right. This one I can't pronounce. Oops. Ouroboros. Ouroboros. Self-standing leather light dice bag. Self-standing, measures 7 by 5 by 5 inches, holds around 400 dice. Okay. Oh, sorry about the crinkling. So I haven't looked at this yet. Oh, look at that. That's quite nice, isn't it? I like that. It's got a bit of gold, sort of, well, red, ruby shine to it. This is the bag. Let's get this box out of the way. Self-standing, they say. Self-standing, they say. Is it? Let's open it out. Once again, we've got this square-shaped base. Different design to the Raven bag. It's a flat base. Does it stand? Ta-da! Throw some dice. Yeah, it stands pretty well. I don't have a problem with that. Drawstrings. I like these little additional drawstrings. So if you have a look here, they're these little things. They're not plastic. They're not plastic. They're brass or you know, whatever. But they're not plastic. So they've got quite a weight to them. And then we pull the bag shut. I do like this. I do like this. I do like this. Do I like this one more than the furry felt, the velvet one? I think I do, actually. This is more like a Game Master's bag, I think. And it's got this sort of lining inside of it, which is quite nice as well. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that's quite nice. And they've got multiple designs on their website. You're going to see some more coming through. I see they sent me quite a nice variety. So I like it. Does the leather feel good? Yes, it does. Do you know how to tell if it's real leather or not? When you press it, when you press real leather, it wrinkles because it's actually skin. when you press something that's fake or faux leather, it doesn't wrinkle, it just depresses. And as you can see, it's not actually wrinkling. Anyway, it's a little side thing. Friendly merchant, always here with a good, you know, analysis. So dice bags, what can you do with dice bags apart from putting them on your head? Obviously, you can keep your dice in them. I think that's important. I also know that of several people, myself included, I have a backpack that I travel with generally whenever I'm going somewhere, and that actually has a set of dice inside it already, permanently. So I like dice bags. I really do. Now, something that I did not like, and I'm still not convinced, but a friend of mine said, well, think about it this way. These things. Easy roller dice tray. A dice tray. With lid and standing area. Okay. Noise reduction, padded walls and rolling surfaces reduce noise. Lid provides easy storage, travel, and cleanup. Compact size. Okay. I'm already sold. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Cthulhu, Octopi, Hydra, Greyjoy. I don't know. It just fills me with joy. It fills me with joy. Okay, so let's not talk. Robust packaging, I can tell you that much. Look at that. Wow. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. I do like this. I do like this. And you can see it's got that wonderful shine on it. The covering is a kind of leather. Or faux leather, as we call it. Pleather, sometimes. Leather light, sometimes. Okay, so let's look at the lid. Easy roller dice. Pretty robust. I mean, I can bend it. There's obviously card as its base in there. But I'm not unhappy with that. Pretty solid. Inside is this design. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what is going on here? And then I realized what you do... and I might have watched a video on it, is you've got your die you roll in the middle and you keep them on the edge. Now, I was worried about this, so I'm going to open up the most strange dice that they sent me. Have a look at these. They're kind of like dirtied old dice, but there's a charm to them. They're called Ancient Moss. Ancient Moss. Come on, camera. Ancient Moss dice. Let's hold it the right way around. Ancient Moss dice. So I quite like them. So I'm going to open them up here. And this is the other thing, is that most of these dice that they've sent me actually ship with a little dice bag. Little plain dice bag. Not. Oh, that's a surprise. I like the little inside lining. Usually it's not lined. It's just left as is. So that's quite nice. I do quite like that. This is not going to hold a lot of dice though, so a bigger dice bag is always nice. So here we've got our roll. Now what you do is you store your die here, right? You store your die there. Now I've got big meaty fingers, right? Horrid meaty sort of face hugger type. Anyway, so I was worried, how easy is it going to be to pick out dice? So if I've got my dice here, roll a d20. Okay, pick up. Ooh, these feel... You know what these die feel like? They feel like glass that you pick up on the beach. I do like that. And I'm going to comment now because I might forget. Look at how clear those numbers are, even though the camera is slightly out of focus. I do like that. There's no misinterpretation. The 9 has got a nice line underneath it. There it is, and there's the 6 right next to it. So, all right, so then you roll your dice. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It says it has noise dampening. I've got something else we're going to test on that. All right, so that's easy to pick up. D8 is easy to pick up. D4 is easy. D10 is okay. D10 is okay. D12 is fine. Even the D4, but then this is slightly, like I said, it's like glass on the beach. So it is slightly rough to the touch, but that D4 wasn't bad. That D4 wasn't bad. So then when you're transporting the die, you can leave them in here. We take that away and you put the lid on. And then you've got the dice with you. They're obviously going to roll a little bit. But that's not too bad, because then when you open it, yeah, okay, so they've rolled a little bit, but that's nothing. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, thumbs up for this dice tray. I do like this one, so I'm going to leave you over there. Something else that they sent me, because we haven't even talked about dice yet. Now, this is something that I think is important to look at. Everybody likes metal die. They love metal die, and dice, easy roller dice, have metal die. They come in this sort of boxy thing. Actually, no, I'm going to open that one. So there's this green and chromium looking dice. Very pretty. And then there's this brass and green set, which they sent. I'm quite excited about the brass and green. So I'm going to pop this out of its little sleeve that it comes in. Now, it comes in this box. Quite a nice box. Plastic inset, which is fine. And the dice, I mean, it's quite heavy because they're metal, right? So they sit in this little, what would you call it? Like foam cut space. So that's quite nice. It brings me back to being a 4-year-old and trying to fit the shape in the thing, right? Quite well held. So there's the metal die. All right, so that's the case. Case, very nice case, quite robust, made out of the same stuff that the dice tray is made out of. And these are now brass metal die. The numbers are, hopefully it'll focus, the numbers are actually quite clear when the camera focuses on the actual numbers. The numbers are actually not too bad to see. The rest of the die, there is definitely a clarity to it. The 9, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but the, can you see this? Let me turn it the right way around. No, there's just too much. But the 2, maybe, there we go. It's actually little dragons. The numbers are a little dragons, which I think is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Very pretty, but not distracting. Not so that you can't see what they are. And I do like that. I do like that. Now, the other problem with metal dice I have is that when you roll them, I'm going to roll it on the normal table. Natural 20! Yes, thank you. Oh God, can you see that natural 20? If I cover the flare a little bit. A natural 20 on that dice, I like that. And again, little dragon. Come on, focus. Too far, too close. Anyway, there's a little dragon symbol, wrong way, dragon symbol for the 20. They're all little dragon symbols. But when you roll them on a normal surface, it's quite loud. Okay, this is supposed to dampen that. I'm impressed. Definitely dampens it. The other thing, and this is what usually scared me, was I used to have a glass tabletop. And then people would come with their metal dice and I'd be like, oh my God, you're going to destroy my glass tabletop. Not with this thing. Not with this thing. So I am being convinced that this might be the way to go. I'm being convinced that this might be the way to go. And I would actually challenge anyone that if you see me at a convention and I'm not carrying this box with me, come and call me out on it. All right? Because I do like that. And I can fit these dice in there as well. So that's pretty cool. So those metal dice, I'm giving them a thumbs up. Nice and clear, solid, good coloration, good differentiation. And that's on the brass and green, and the black and green is just flawless. Absolutely flawless. Very clear colors. As a GM, I like that. Okay, right. What's next? We are running quite lengthy in this video. Next up is another metal die, and they didn't send me just one. They sent me 2. They sent me 2. Here we go. Look at this. 2 magnificently large, but metal die. We've looked at the green one, so let's look at the red one. I mean, these weigh, I don't know how much they weigh. They're like 500 kilograms each. Oh, but they are Let's get the camera to look at that. Do you see how clear those numbers are? Just beautifully, beautifully colored, solid. I mean, this dice feels like the universe is being held in my hands. Absolutely beautiful. Those numbers that paint in those colors, I don't think it's going to come out anytime soon. All right. But again, rolling this die, it's got a weight to it. It has got a huge weight to it. I'm going to drop it now. Huge sound. I don't feel where it necessarily impacted. Not a natural 13, but almost a 1. Well, natural 13, but I mean, it was almost a 1. But again, this has protected. This has protected. So not bad. Not bad at all. Got some random numbers coming through there. Natural 20. Like that. 13 again. 3. Okay, so it works pretty damn well. The other one is a green one. Again, enameled inside the numbers. So this is a solid die. And I mean, I like how it's not black. It's like an obsidian, which I like as well. It gives it a little bit of character without being too sinister, but it changes in the company of other die. So again, I quite like the fact that it's so reflective. You can't actually see it, but it definitely is reflective. Now, you can see on the screen already we've got a little bit of discoloration happening from this mega die landing, but that means it's protecting the table from it. And you can hear, I'm going to roll it. All right, so you can hear it's definitely dampening the sound. Here we go. Big difference. Mega difference. Okay, so good. Metal dice. I wouldn't want my GM throwing this. I mean, you could really do damage to somebody if you threw this at them, let alone anything else. Okay, so metal dice, check. That kind of stuff, check. Okay, one thing that remains, not one thing, multiple things, but a few things that remain is this thing. So let's get you out the way. This thing. A dice cup. And it's an oversized dice cup. Now, I made commentary on my live stream, actually, that I don't like dice cups. I'm like, what do you need that for? You have your hand. You have your hand. So can you not roll die in your hand? Can you not do that? And someone said, well, you're missing the point. And I went, all right, give me the point. I think it was actually Dead Aussie Gamer. And he said the point is that you can use these to really enhance tension. And I went, okay, talk to me some more. And so I'm going to pull this out. Now, if you remember, Q Workshop did a glowing one, which I have the prototype for. But this one is, again, in that same leatherine sort of feel. This one has got a tree motif on that, very sort of Lord of the Rings, Celtic kind of design. We've got the nice logo embossed upon the top. This is all embossed, by the way. It's not just printed on. And we're going to pop it open. Oh, I didn't expect the yellow. I kind of like it. It's groovy. Okay, so here we have our dice cup. I am going to put into this, I'm going to put our green die. Okay, in you go. And this is what he said to me. He said, look, so under normal circumstances, this is kind of how I was expecting people to roll with a die cup. And he's like, no, that's silly. Don't be silly. So I went, all right, well, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Look at how clear those numbers are, by the way. Just by the way. Clear numbers for me are a big thing. He said, no, that's not what you do. You take some dice, and let's say it's 2d10. You pop them in there, okay? And then, all right, place your bets. Place your wagers. And I can check, okay, I can check what those numbers are, but you can't. I think they're pretty good. What do you think? High or low? 9. Absolutely average. So that's what he was saying. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is obviously you can put the cap on top. You roll, and then you open up the cap, and there we go. So I'm still not convinced. This is fantastic production quality. It really is good quality. I like the fact that there's a lining inside of this thing. I do like the fact that the cap doesn't just fly off the moment you apply it. So from a production value, it's great. It's really great. From a usage at the table, I'm still not convinced. I like it. Would I buy it for myself of all of this stuff? It's probably the last on my list, to be honest with you, because I can still do that and get the same effect. That's just me. If you like dice roller cups, though, this is definitely a route to take. Okay, nearly done with all of this amazing stuff. Let's put that over there. I'm running out of space here. This thing, I don't even know what this thing is. It's just a box, I think. And when he says it's just a box, I think it's a case for the professional gamer. Lovely, again, ruby emboss upon it. And when we open it up, yes, it's a shape, fit the shape in type of scenario. I do like the foam. If you are someone who doesn't like dice rattling around, this is not a bad route to take. If you've got some special dice, some very special dice that you want a specific cover for rather than the open window, this could be quite cool. So that could be quite a nice set, actually, to pick up for your GM. So very nice, keeping it in place. Dice. This is not another dice video. We haven't spoken about dice yet, just accessories. They've got bags and bags and bags of D6s that you can pick up. Always useful for Warhammer as well as for role-playing. Again, I just like the clarity. I think they've got it right. And then they just sent me a whole bunch of samples of dice. Just absolutely beautiful. We will be giving these away on the channel. Again, nice and clear. And just such a variety as well. These kind of soda, cream soda kind of colors. There were some that really struck out for me. That was these ones. Kind of rainbow, aquamarine type of things. I really like those. These are called translucent 3-tone green, blue, purple. I don't think that does justice to them. Anyway, that was very nice. I did like these fire dice. I like the blue writing. Sunburst, it's called. Very nice. Double stitch satin cotton interior bag. Yes, we know about that one. And then these ones reminded me of boiled sweets from back in the day. Again, though, every single one of the die that they supplied me with, totally legible numbers. And that's what I really appreciate. The last bag I want to show you, because it leads me to the next thing that I'm going to be talking about. This one, I love these dice. Absolutely adore them. And there's a reason for it. I think they are beautiful. And I don't know why. They don't have amazing coloration. It's like an ivory, mossy, blacky thingy. I'm not sure what it is. And then this purple writing. Again, embossed deeply into the actual plastic of the dice. Beautifully colored. Let's get this closer so it focuses. Beautifully colored purple, robust purple. But, oh, there it goes. That's why I need a dice tray. Just so pretty and so easy to read, I think. Maybe the black is a bit confusing for some of them, but certainly from my perspective, they're very easy to read. And I've actually been using these ones in a series. The book is here. I've got to still do some recordings later on. This legendary Kingdoms Valley of the Bones, it requires you to have upwards of 10 D6s. Well, one of these bags solves that problem straight away. The last thing that I want to talk about very quickly, for those of you that have watched, those discounts are coming up shortly, is this mega tray thing. Now, this large 12-inch area for smooth rolling Premium leatherite or leatherette, I suppose, leatherette, padded sides and velvet floor, enhanced noise reduction. Okay, dice not included. Oh, huge boxes. I mean, this is mega. This is massive in size, absolutely massive in size. To give you comparison, the previous one that we were talking about, this one fits inside it with quite a lot of clearance around the edges. So let's have a look. There's no lid, as far as I know. No, there is no lid. So this is something that you would have in your gaming space. Does it hold dice? Yes. Does it fit on my table? No. So is it flat? Now it's flat. Yeah, noise reduction. Nice clear background, so that works as well, I think. I don't have a problem with that. Again, we've got this leatherette, as they call it, covering everything. Can't say that I can see anything that I'm too worried about. Maybe the edging here might come away if someone's picking at it. But if they're picking at it, they should be buying it and taking it home with them and replacing it with you, or for you, I should say. I do like the colors. The colors are quite striking, especially if you've got some nice old-fashioned die that sort of stick out. I do like these dice. I really do. And again, this for me is the joy of collecting die, as a matter of fact. And I wish I had some with me. I have bone dice made out of reindeer bone from Finland. I've got stone dice made in Africa. I've got resin dice made in the US, aside from all the usual kind of dice and things. I think it's a wonderful little hobby to have, I think. And it's empowered by companies like Easy Roller. Absolutely love these dice. Absolutely love them. So I hope that this very lengthy unboxing will give you some idea as to the quality and the quantity of things that Easy Roller Dice has, and how you can use some of them to help protect your table or to just carry your dice around in a cool looking box. I do have to thank Easy Roller Dice. They supplied me with more than enough to give reviews, and we will be giving out all of this stuff, generally speaking, except for maybe some of it. We will be giving out all of this stuff on the channel in the coming months as we progress. We just got so much stuff going on there. We've got to share the love, right? We get this to review. We want you guys to benefit too. Speaking of benefits, you have now waited right up until the end of the show for those codes, and I've got some absolutely magnificent codes. Now, it is nearly festive time, and I have for many years done the frantic purchasing on the 24th of December, and with online we've had to change that because we've got to factor in shipping times, right? And then you've got to factor in delay for ordering all this stuff. With that being said, Easy Roller Dice not only gave us all this stuff to unpack and to test out for you, but they've also given us a code, GT25. GT25. And that code stands for Geeks Table, which is us. It's the company that we put together to run all these YouTube bits and bobs. And 25 is the discount that you will get when you order Easy Roller Dice using GT25. 25%. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. So, really, do you have much of another choice when you're ordering dice and trays and stuff? I mean, the dice are beautiful. The dice are beautiful. The numbers are clear. They seem to roll randomly. I haven't done all those usual tests and stuff, but spectacular. GT25, 25% off. Now, I also reached out to my other wonderful sponsors of the channel, World Anvil and Dungeon Fog, who've been with us now for over a year, and it has been an absolute delight featuring their products and talking about how it makes your game better. And they have given me codes as well. So if you use GREATGM as a code when signing up to World Anvil or to Dungeon Fog, there's another 20% discount on your subscription. 20% is big when you're considering that these are potentially year-long subscriptions. So that is from them to me to you, as you like. because I said we've got to do something. So give me something that I can pass on to you, the viewers. So GREATGM, 20% off Dungeon Fog or World Anvil. Having said that, there is an alternative which I would now like to present to you. We have been working very closely together, and so the other day we got together and we said, okay, what can we do? What can we do? Because it's a hassle to go there and then go there and then do that and do the next thing. So worldanvil.com/gifts/gifts. You need to head on over there if you are so inclined, whereby you can buy a package. It's a ultimate GM gift, if you like. And what it includes is 3 months subscription to World Anvil, 3 months subscription to Dungeon Fog, as well as a PDF copy of my book, A Complete Guide to Epic Campaigns. You order this, you'll get a lovely printable page which you can then take to your GM and offer it as sacrifice so that your characters might survive. And offer it as thanks to the GM of your choice for running games for you. And you've now given them some tools with which they can start to create even better or more epic games. It's an opportunity. The prices have been slashed for this to make it something that is affordable so that you want to actually give it out to people or buy it for yourself. That's an entirely decent option as well. Never let it be said that when I buy Christmas presents for others, I buy Christmas presents for them and then I buy a Christmas present for me. One for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. So yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. I don't have anything wrong with that, personally. But anyway, so worldanvil.com gifts to get the Ultimate GM Bundle package, or GT25 to get 25% off Easy Roller Dice. If that isn't a savings, I don't know what. I really, really don't. So I wish you and your goblins the very happiest of festive season shopping, in the hopes that in 4 or 5 weeks' time there isn't a frantic panic as you try and figure out if you can re-gift something that you got last year from your aunt to your favourite GM. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Unless your aunt's super cool and is a GM herself, in which case, well, then you can probably think, I'm going to shut up now. And yes, from me, a big thank you to Easy Roller Dice, to World Anvil, and to Dungeon Fog for giving us these discounted options. I really do appreciate it. And to all of you, I wish you the very happiest of gaming.